Hello, good evening, namaskar. Hello to all my friends, those who are going to join me on this auspicious day of Gandhi Jayanti. Mahatma Gandhi, who lived for peace and non-violence, and this country, which always espoused peace, amity, universal brotherhood. Well, we are now facing a big challenge. Mental health has become a very important issue, not just for this country, for the world. Everyone. Everyone means whether it's a senior person, retired person, old man, or a young person, active person engaged in breadwinning activity, the teenagers or young adults engaged in career building, education, or even the little kids, even they are having mental health problems all over the world. We don't know how to deal with such issue which are very easy, very simple. All of us know that we can be happy. All of us know that we want to be happy, but somewhere we make the mistakes, and somewhere we just do the opposite of what should be done. So we are unhappy, we are stressed out, we are depressed, and it goes to a level where we cannot manage on our own. We run to doctors, the psychiatrists, depend on medicines. Many people go to a level where they become addict to alcohol or the drugs. The psychotherapy, behavior modification, the counseling, all that has been seeing a big surge all over the world. A lot of people are having adjustment problem within the family. Families are cracking. Siblings fighting. Parents are being dumped. Spouses, they crack up. Marriages, very easily they crack. World's richest people like Bill Gates, Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, their marriages are cracking. So, the wealth itself is no guarantee for happiness. If you cannot adjust with another human being, no matter how rich you are, how educated you are, how well placed you are socially, professionally, somewhere you feel incomplete. Even Elon Musk, the richest man today, he says he feels scared, lonely, and he runs from one relation to another, as if you can buy happiness in the marketplace. We have been listening stories. A very poor man, a farmer, a villager is very happy with his family and enjoying life. Whereas a rich man is not happy. He's all stressed out, facing all kind of anxiety, all kind of problems. Well, so wealth is no guarantee for having the happy ending story of and lived happily ever after. No. So, if maintaining the mental health is so easy, what is going wrong in the modern time when we have all kind of comfort at our disposal? We have wonderful vehicles to move around, the technology that has brought the world together in this social media and digital platforms. We have access to much wealth, lot of comfort, lot of resources, and we build up our network on social media platforms. People say, oh, I have 5,000 friends on Facebook or Instagram. So, what is going wrong when you have everything at your disposal? Why are you not able to manage things? Fundamental things, fundamental issues we are not able to learn, which has been a natural, instinctive way to pick up. Well, what I want to emphasize is the natural, instinctive way to acquire a skill of maintaining that mental balance or emotional equanimity. That is a skill we need to build up, we need to learn, we need to acquire. We don't have to depend on external resources. If we decide how to acquire the emotional equanimity, we can acquire it. We can build up the skill level, competency level. Problems. We are supposed to deal with problems, solve the problems. That's how our profile is built. If you don't have a task to perform, you will be bored. So you need a task matching your level of intelligence and skill competency. You should be solving problems on a daily basis, on a regular basis. That's how you grow. You become suitable for the world, for your profession, for the family. You become a good person, competent person. So, problem solving is not a problem in itself. You need problems to solve. In fact, when the old people are developing a sedentary life and linked degeneration of the brain, they are advised to go for pseudo problems, play Sudoku, solve some mathematical sum. If you solve problem, your brain remains active. If you don't have any problem, you have all the comfort at your disposal, your brain will be degenerating, it will be falling apart. So, if your friend is giving you comfort, he is a ordinary friend. If your so-called enemy or a challenger who throws up a task at you, a difficult task, makes life difficult for you, well, please understand, he is an extraordinary friend. He is giving you your skill upgrading opportunity. When you get a difficult task, the answer that you don't know, you will rake your brain. You will connect with the resources. You will take consultation from people who matter or people who really mean good to you. And you will come out with fantastic solutions. And you will be excited. Each one of us have immense potential to solve problems. So, problem solving is not a problem. Problem solving is essential part of remaining relevant to the world. Family, friends, anybody who comes to you, They need something from you. They throw a piece of challenge at you. You are supposed to fulfill their demands. So it's good that people demand things from you, and you are the giver, the doer, the benefactor. If you do good things to others, that proves your relevance, that proves that you are useful to the society, to the world, that you should remain alive. When you are no way useful, no way purpose driven, well, you will find enough reason to complain against others. In fact, those who do good things, those who do problem solving, those who are purpose driven, they are always very happy. Those who have nothing to contribute, they have no purpose in life, no goal, no mission in their life, they are the people who complain. They complain about their own family members, they complain about the government, they complain about the neighbors, they complain about their profession, they complain about everything, the weather. If nothing else, they complain about their own rotten fate or the god or things like that. So, if a person complains, be sure he has nothing good to do, nothing good to perform, nothing good to contribute. That's why he is complaining. He has enough time to look at others. One who is engaged in solving the problem, solving the riddle, he is becoming a better person, more skillful, more competent, and developing deeper insight into the opportunity hidden in a problem. I tell you, when problem strikes, like the world is hit by currently the COVID 19 pandemic, uh, I can never say that somebody's disease or somebody's suffering, somebody's pain, or even the extreme, the death is good. I wouldn't say that. But then the pandemic has taught the world new ways, new opportunities cropped up. If you are stuck in the old formula, not willing to change, that is where you have grievances, you have complaints. You have not changed your ways and means. You have to revamp your mental faculties. That's where you make yourself relevant, useful, purpose driven. If you don't do that, well, big problems like pandemic is also throwing opportunities at you in a disguise. And whatever problems that your friends, family, or workplace throws at you, it is a opportunity in disguise. Now, when we know everything is an opportunity in a disguise, somebody cheating you, somebody lying you, somebody deceiving you, somebody not cooperating with you, somebody distancing from you, somebody blaming you, somebody doing all kind of wrong things to you, causing you so-called uh, depression, so-called anxiety, so-called uneasiness. Well, this is just a response that you have chosen. If somebody humiliates you, somebody blames you, somebody scolds you, somebody not cooperates with you, you have many different options to respond. The mask of happiness or the mask of unhappiness, the mask of anxiety, the mask of fear, you can put on your face. Well, what I want to emphasize is responding to the stimulus of the world is within you. You can choose, you can decide how to respond to the same situation. Somebody can respond with equanimity, without being disturbed, without being upset. Somebody can be cracking up, breaking down. In fact, it is the way of seasoning you to face the challenges of the real world. Small tasks, small difficulties, small problems you face, crack them, solve them, and climb up the ladder to face larger challenges, bigger opportunity or bigger difficulties you face. Solve them. Keep on rising to greater heights by solving problems. And at each level of task difficulty, what you decide, what you should do is maintain the composure, maintain the mental equanimity. You can just decide for yourself that I will be happy no matter what. No matter what. Nobody should be able to snatch the smile away from your face or cool composure from you. If you decide to respond with composure, decide to respond with coolness, that itself is a reflection of maturity. The more aggressive you are, the more panic stricken you are, the more scared you are, the more depressed you become. These are actually signs of ignorance, low level of skill in maintaining your emotional homeostasis. So, let us learn how to develop those skills. At Institute of Health Sciences, we have a variety of ways to help people in acquiring their or getting back their mental health to normal level. There are physical ways, there are psychological counseling and methods where behavior modification can be done, the neurosemantics, the communication. You change the communication, the entire perception changes. The meaning of every stimuli changes when you decide to use neurosemantics. So, we can solve the riddle. We can become competent in handling our life. The world around us should be a better place, not by chance, not by luck. It should be better place because of our contribution. You have to clean up the mess. Life is always messy. You have to decide a decisive action to clean up the mess and use all your intellectual resources, social resources to build up your formula. If you don't do it, mental health can lead to all kind of diseases. If you are not happy, if you are depressed, if you are stressed out, what kind of diseases it can cause? It can cause you irreparable damage to your body system. It can cause endocrine disorders like diabetes. It can cause cardiovascular disorders, can create hypertension, even give you a heart attack. It can cause you a cerebral stroke. It can cause you skin problems. It can cause you sleeplessness. It can cause you, I can go on and on. You can get all kind of diseases and disorders, disabilities, even death if you don't know how to manage your mental health. Your mental health is your biggest asset, biggest tools, biggest power to influence your own life and the lives of everyone around you. And we all should learn the skill of having the positive mental health. You learn how to ride a bicycle or a motorcycle. You learn how to swim or play a ball game. You learn how to speak Odia, English, Hindi languages. You learn different profession, the legal practice or medical practice or accounting or finance or marketing. All these things you can learn. You don't know how to smile? Smile because you decide to smile. Laugh. You decide to laugh. Go ecstatic. If one practice you should begin your day with is open your mouth wide and give a uproarious laugh and say hello, good morning to the world. Your day should be starting with a uproarious laughter, and the laughter truly is the best medicine. Your mental health is in your control. It should not depend on some prescription medicine or some therapeutic gadgets. But then, if you require the help, professionals are available, and institutions like Institute of Health Sciences at Bhubaneswar is available. I welcome you all to visit the institute, and if anyway I can help you, guide you, online also I will be available to help you, guide you, live a really happy life and have the happiness for lifetime. Thank you very much. All my good wishes, and wishing you competency, skill in managing your life with all the happiness. Thank you. Have a great day ahead and a great life ahead.